Arena. Capacity slightly reduced from 30,000 to around 28,000 for international football. And Leroy Sané, quite the talent. It's going to be interesting to see how the youngsters perform with the pressure on. Kimmich in the starting 11 as well. Jonas Hector, we expect, will be left full-back. And away they go. For these two countries, it's about creating the right mood music ahead of Euro 2016. Germany against Slovakia for the first time since June 2007, when Germany prevailed by 2-1 in Hamburg. The winning goal then, a Thomas Hitzelsberger header. Tuesday, we should point out, is deadline day. Squads to be confirmed for the Euros on Tuesday. So maybe the last audition for one or two on the periphery. Slovakia trying to get themselves on the front foot. It's headed away by Antonio Rudiger. Let me say hello to Don Hutchison.
Afternoon, Derek. It's all about the tempo, I think, in these games. I think the German boys will be looking to try and stake a claim for their Euros in the summer, but more importantly, trying to get a starting berth if they can. I think there's some exciting players on show. You look at the three boys in behind Mario Gomez, Mario Götze and Julian Draxler. Leroy Sané is a real player. Look out for their movement and their rotation just behind.
Later, Pickering, well known to followers of the Bundesliga, plays for Hertha. There's an alarming slide down the table by Hertha towards the end of the campaign. Did make it into the Europa League, albeit they'll have to pre-qualify. So much goes through Marek Hamšík for Slovakia. Neat and tidy side. Usually pretty well organised defensively. Carry a counter-attacking threat. Here's Mario Götze getting on the ball. Gomez distributing. Sebastian Rudi has halted in his tracks. Backpedaling was Vladimir Weiss, the former Rangers, Bolton and Manchester City player.
That's been a good start to the game. Tempo's been really good. Really bombing on down the right side. I expect Slovakian boys across the back four, they won't really come out their slots. The two centre halves will sit still. Got good protection right in front of them also. The two full-backs, it's mostly important that they don't bomb on this afternoon. Try and stay in your positions.
Sami Khedira just talking tactics there with Jerome Boateng. And it comes from Mario Götze. Throwing themselves up the ball there. Jurica and Juric. So Götze to take it. Said he wants to fight for his place at Bayern. Get the impression Bayern would actually like to sell him on. That swinger from Götze. And the attempt from Boateng.
Found himself in a lot of space inside the 18-yard box, didn't he? Terrific ball in. The marking's atrocious. Good technique on the volley. Just hits it into the ground slightly. Very unlucky.
Up went Matusz Kozacic. It was excellent for Slovakia in qualifying for the European Championship finals. Götze. Going to get plenty of air, and that takes off.
Yeah, it's going to be a big afternoon and a big tournament for Mario Götze. I think Jurgen Klopp's a big admirer at Liverpool, and I think someone will have to take him out of Bayern. I think the lad needs minutes. I think he said it before that he's quite happy to stay at Bayern Munich, but he's not getting the minutes that he needs. So it might be a big sum if he has a good tournament. Maybe he'll get a big move to England.
Joshua Kimmich. His first taste of what international football is all about. Highly versatile Kimmich.
I think players like him can play anywhere. I think they're vital to a squad. I think Joshua Kimmich can play in the right full-back position. He can play centre-half. He can also play midfield as well. So covers a lot of ground, covers a lot of positions at the same time.
Back to Bernd Leno. It's his Germany debut. Jogi Löw indicated at the final press conference that Leno would likely get one half, with Marc-Andre ter Stegen getting the other. No Manu Neuer for this game.
They are really blessed, the Germans, with top-class goalkeepers.
Kozacic, the keeper for Slovakia. And they're looking forward to what will be their first ever appearance at the European Championship finals. Football not the #1 sport in Slovakia. It's very much an ice hockey country. They do rely upon Martin Skrtel for solidity at the back, playing alongside Jan Djurica.
Just looking at the German squad, I think they're going to play 3 centre-halves. I think Joshua Kimmich, I think Botan and Rudiger are going to play 3 centre-halves. The 2 full-backs, Hector and Rudy, playing a little bit further forward.
And up there at Jan Kozak, man in charge of Slovakia. Goetze trying to pull the strings. Early stages, 5 minutes on the clock. Our action coming to you from the VBK Arena here in Augsburg. Jogi Löw, ahead of what will be his 5th major tournament, in charge of Die Mannschaft, as they now like to be called. He surprised 1 or 2 recently, Jogi Löw, by saying that the European Championship is a stepping stone towards the World Cup, towards Russia 2018. Of course, they are the world champions, but there are many who think the Euros ought to be up there with the World Cup every step of the way.
I think it's a huge tournament. I think it's a fantastic tournament as well. And then the Germans, I think when you look at some of the players on show today and in general, their squad is extremely strong and must be one of the favourites to win the tournament. Just trying to get a handle on their formation at the minute, Germany, because it does look as though they're playing 3 centre-halves. You can see Kimmich there at the bottom of your screen. Sami Khedira is just in his position on the ball at the minute, but he's obviously going to play in midfield. He's just dropping back in to try and get possession.
We saw 3 at the back from Germany in the 4-1 victory over Italy. Game in Munich, the last international period. The first win over the Azzurri in almost 21 years.
Yeah, well, Rudy's playing really high up down the right side for Germany, number 21.
Khedira trying to work something. It's Gomez. Let's ball play right across the face of goal. And then it was Draxler getting himself involved. Julian Draxler for Germany. Slovakia on high alert. Sami Khedira now. Away by Djurica. Not properly. And a speculative shot from Kimmich.
Yeah, he's to try and keep that down if he could. He's to try and blast it on target, but he's aiming for the right position. Right post, should I say, excuse me, but terrific play at the top end of the pitch for Germany. Good save from the goalkeeper, gets a tiny hand, and then Draxler at the far post does enough to try and get it back on target, but they started really well. Started on the front foot, the Germans.
Always keen for the tempo to be high. From the very start, Germany. That's Hector there, a fine season with Köln. Mario Gomez, you can't really argue about his production in Turkey with Beşiktaş. He's a true centre-forward, and in recent times, Germany have often gone with the so-called false 9, Don.
Yeah, they have done that, but they've got great technicians. The rotation's always amazing when I watch Germany. I think they've got so many technical players that can handle the ball.
Sebastian Rudi usually plays in midfield for his club side Hoffenheim, frequently used as a right back by Joachim Löw. 8th Germany start for Rudi. His 11th international appearance in all.
Well, we're looking at 8 minutes in, and Marek Hamšík hasn't really touched the ball yet. He had a couple of touches in the first couple of minutes, but apart from that, it's been all Germany.
Dusan Svento. Jonas Hector plays for Köln. Call them actually competitors at Köln. In the same position, Hector versatile enough to play in midfield as well. Khedira. Boateng. He's worked his way back to full fitness after that groin injury that kept him out for 3 months or so. Antonio Rudiger, Jerome Boateng. Towards Leroy Sané.
Love watching this kid play, Sané. Every time he gets the ball, he wants to make things happen.
Skrtel.
Terrific technician as well.
And it goes to Kozacic. Just 45 minutes of international football prior to the Euros qualifying campaign. Now very much the first choice. Played in all 10 qualifiers for Slovakia. He made headlines with a victory over Spain in qualifying. Ended up second in that group, behind the Spanish. Not seen much from the creative players for Slovakia up to this point. They do want to get Hamšík on the ball whenever they can. They've got Kucka playing behind him.
They do operate very, very narrow, don't they? Slovakia, when you watch them play with Kucka and Hamšík, their width comes from their fullbacks, Svento and Pekarik down the right-hand side. If they can get comfortable possession, they haven't had that inside 10 minutes.
Here's Hector. Not a bad idea, the leap from Gomez. Rudi. Yeah, covers a corner. Quite a few young Germany fans in attendance. That was all part of the plan by having this slightly strange kick-off time, but earlier than often is the case. For matches involving Die Mannschaft, they wanted a younger crowd today. Experience a match like this. Taken by Götze. Controlled by Weiss. Götze doing the robbing. Sané. It's fallen for Götze, who goes down, looks over towards the referee, and that is a penalty early in this game. I don't think the Belgian referee, Serge Gumini, had to think about it for too long.
No, I think the look from Kucka, as soon as he looks at the referee, he knows he's guilty. It's lovely skill from Götze, just gets away. But as soon as Kucka makes the foul and makes the tackle, just watch him here, he just looks straight to the referee, which says to me, guilty. Penalty, good call from the referee.
Mario Gomez to take it. Well, he lost his balance after releasing the ball, but perfect placement. And Germany in their penultimate match before the Euros with the advantage against Slovakia.
Yeah, it was solid, wasn't it? From Gomez, you knew he was always going to hit the target. Yes, he slips, but he's got enough power going to the goalkeeper's left-hand side. He's never saving that. The goalkeeper, he gambles to his right side. Fantastic start from Germany. Been the better side inside 12 minutes.
Mario Gomez, you might remember, netted against England back in March. That was his first international goal since June 2012. Germany had looked purposeful, Dawn, from the off.
I think they played really well. They've been on the front foot. The tempo is the most important thing. You know, in a friendly game like this, you can be guilty of just keeping possession for possession's sake, but they've started well, they've played the ball, the tempo's been good, the pass has been nice and slick as well.
Here's Pekarik. Former Bundesliga champion with Wolfsburg, and what was his maiden season in German football, 2009.
He's a good player, Peter Pekarik, and when he gets on the ball, he loves to bomb down the right-hand side. He can certainly deliver as well.
Vladimir Weiss. Hamšík able to get on the ball now. No joy for Weiss. Götze making sure of that. As Germany try to construct again. Sané. Space opening up. Sebastian Rudi. Sané's in the centre. Rudi, Sané. Well, he was of a mind to reach for it.
That was a clever idea. As soon as Rudi got in space down the right side, he's just waiting, just puts the brakes on. Sané goes inside the 18-yard box, and just about in the end he gets contact, any sort of faint contact on that, and it would have ended up in the back of the net. This is a very young and a very confident Germany side that I'm watching today.
Well, they have it once more, as it was kindly enough for Slovakia. It's bounced off Gomez. Slovakia, who made headlines in a previous appearance at a major tournament, 2010 World Cup, and they beat Italy. So after a very sluggish start to that competition, got themselves a round of 16 meeting with the Netherlands. That was their exit point. I certainly believe they can get out of the group at the Euros. Germany just switching off for a second or two. The run was made by Djuric, plays for Victoria Pilsen. Scores regularly for them, but less so at international level, just 3 in 23 for Slovakia.
There's a lovely little run down the channel. He came to feet and then just spun in behind. Great movement.
Pekarik takes it. Djuric. Pekarik. There's Marek Hamšík. Back by Rudi to Bernd Leno. Gomez with the penalty goal that separates the sides.
It just slipped as he took it, didn't he? Just keep an eye on his standing foot, just gives way slightly, but he got enough power on it. Good accuracy at the same time.
Germany off and running in Augsburg. Mario Götze. A few weeks ago, he looked a dead cert to be leaving Bayern. As we indicated earlier, still might. Boateng. Offside flag has gone up. The run was made by Sebastian Rudi.
I think just going back to Mario Götze, I think he's one of these players that needs to play. Sometimes you watch players, they're going to be in and out of the side and they still keep themselves super fit. I think he's got the sort of body shape where he needs to be playing 90 minutes every single week. Because when he's fit and when he's flying, I mean, what a technician he is.
Compact arena this. Opened in 2009. It was built at a cost of 45 million euro. Replaced the old Rosenau Stadion. Pekarik for Slovakia. Hamšík. And Kucka up beside him. Germany trying to make inroads. It's positive from Draxler. Götze, you never quite know where he's going to pop up next.
The rotation's excellent between Götze, Draxler and Sane, it really is.
Hamšík to Kucka. Ondrej Duda, one of the attacking midfield players in this Slovakia side. Hamšík. Weiss.
Bit narrow there for Slovakia. Once Weiss gets Rudi 1v1, he should have went to the byline on his left side.
Jonas Hector. Until around 2012 he was truly an attacking midfield player. Now a left back who loves to get forward. He was trying to make the connection with Draxler.
Yeah, lovely little give and go, just popped it off. Jonas Hector, and he knew Draxler was going to flick it. He just judged it really, really well. The touch was just a little bit heavy, but fantastic play. A little 1-2, nice little flick. He just takes a heavy touch there, but he knows it was good play. Just a little bit unlucky that his touch was a little bit heavy, otherwise he was in.
Did get on target against Italy in March. Hector, the 4-1 triumph.
Sami Khedira, number 6 there, supposed to be a holding midfield player. Look how high he's playing. He's putting a sort of mini press on, stopping from Slovakia from playing out from the back.
Almost a lot of flexibility and fluidity in this Germany system.
Took a little bit of a little bit of time to come back from his ACL, Khedira, didn't he?
He's had an awful run on the injury front. Sami Khedira, 59th international appearance for him, by the way. Hamšík's pass, Weiss. German defenders backing off. Decent enough idea. Studa making the run for Slovakia.
That wasn't the worst idea, but once again, Weiss has Rudy 1v1. The fullback was willing to make the run, but he had a willing runner on the outside. He elects to go in where it's really narrow. That's a hard skill to try and take a pass there. He might be better off trying to get Rudy 1v1 and going on his left side towards the pylon so he can stand across up.
Well, the right-back position, Dawn, has been a problem position for Germany for some time. There's no Philipp Lahm at international level nowadays. I think still looking for the ideal answer. Many have speculated that in time it could become Joshua Kimmich's position for Germany.
Yeah, well, that's probably why he's playing three centre-halves, because he's not sold on which full-backs he wants to play, especially at right-back, so he's going to the three. And it's an easier job for a wing-back, if you like, just to do the work. Kimmich can play that role, he's so versatile.
All the dignitaries in attendance, including Reinhard Grindel, president of the DFB, the German Football Association. Juraj Kucka. One of Milan's better performances this past season. He's trying to push it through towards Duda.
He was unlucky with the pass. I think Duda was offside. Might be worth taking the shot on from Kucka.
Jan Kozak. He's the 1981 Footballer of the Year in the old Czechoslovakia. Took over the reins of the Slovakian national team in 2013. Already extended, his contract extended through November 2017. Quick programming notes, and it's the big game in the city of Sao Paulo tonight. 8 o'clock coverage of the Brasileiro, BT Sport 2, Sao Paulo against Palmeiras. Germany with their final preparation game ahead of the Euros. That'll be against Hungary in Gelsenkirchen. You'll see that next Saturday, 5 o'clock, BT Sport Europe. And remember, next season, as was the case this season, every round of the Bundesliga exclusively live on BT Sport. Slightly later start than usual though, the end of August because of the Olympics. Schwento, Weiss. Hamšík just through the legs of the Belgian referee, Serge Gumini. Here's Pekarik. Midway through the first half in Augsburg. Skrtel using Djurica. Actually came on as a substitute in Slovakia's last win against Germany, 2005. Kucka. Duda. Plenty of options. Elects to shoot, but not really troubling Leno in goal for Germany.
Well, Marek Hamšík hasn't had too many touches of the ball, but certainly Kucka has, and he looks a real threat. He can go past players in the middle of the park like they're not there. Service wasn't great to him there. Good play. I think Slovakia just took a little bit of time to find their rhythm and find their feet in this game, but they certainly get a handle on it now.
Slovakia who face Wales, first game in Group B, 11th of June in Bordeaux.
Does he claim a nutmeg for that?
Why not? It's going to be an interesting group where Slovakia are concerned. Wales we mentioned. Russia, they'll play in Lille on the 15th of June, and then England in Saint-Etienne on the 20th.
That's a real tough group, isn't it? Obviously you make England favourites to win it, as in the group.
Draxler trying to twist and turn around Djurica. Rudiger, fresh of his first season with Roma in Serie A.
And every single German player, apart from the goalkeeper in Slovakia's half, that's how high they're playing up the pitch. That's how much they want to put a press on to stop them from playing out from the back.
Little pause for reflection. Down went Djurica.
Or maybe just took one in the ribs. Maybe got a little bit winded. I think they'll be all right.
Julian Brandt amongst the substitutes. Good chance he'll make his debut later. It's a bit of a skimpy German bench. One or two carrying knocks, one or two spared this game.
Yeah, we just got a glimpse of Emre Can as well. He's had a terrific season with Liverpool. When he first came to Liverpool, he was playing sometimes as a wing-back, sometimes Brendan Rodgers was playing him as a centre-half, and he struggled for an identity. You watch him now, and he's got that holding midfield role nailed down. And he looks a fantastic player. He's getting better every single month that I watch him.
Well, that's the interesting discussion, isn't it, Don? Because with Germany, he's been used more as a right-back, but it comes back to the earlier point that right-back has been a difficult position for Germany to fill.
Yeah, I think he can fill it. I don't think he'd be a world beater at right-back, but sometimes it's a position that you can just stand still in. I don't think it's the hardest position to play in the world. But I think when you look at Emre Can, for Liverpool he gets forward. Sometimes when he sits and dictates, he looks excellent as well. And he has got a real identity about him, but he's versatile, another one that can play anywhere.
And perhaps we'll see him later. Sané for Germany. Jonas Hector trying to create the angle for himself and pushed away by Kovacic.
Yeah, he was going for the cross, to be fair. He just pulled it slightly. Lovely little play, though. Nice little ball from Sané, just in between the lines there. And I think Hector's going for the cross. Got it badly wrong. Goalkeeper's very comfortable on that save. He's looking for Gomez in the box.
Mario Götze. Rudiger went up, it was Skrtel away. Weiss tangling there with Sané.
Good strength.
Touch of style there from Vladimir Weiss, and again the referee has to jump out of the way.
He looks a little bit predictable, though, Weiss, because every time he gets it, he chops back in on his strong right foot.
Vladimir Weiss, who was coached by his father at the 2010 World Cup. Vladimir Weiss Senior. Hamsik. No problems for Leno. Rudi. Man, Leno terrific for Leverkusen. The season just gone by. He's actually extended his contract with Bayer Leverkusen until 2020. There was talk that he might be tempted by the big spenders of RB Leipzig on promotion to the Bundesliga. I think we're going to be hearing plenty from them the next year to 2 years.
They're spending a lot of money along the way, aren't they? Incredible finances they've got behind them.
Many talking about Leipzig as a team that might make it into the Champions League within 3 years. We shall see about that. Götze. Inquiry about possible handball.
Looked like handball to me. Have to see that one again.
We've seen Duda get forward with a bit of authority. Jurich. Schwenter. Djurica. Skrtel.
It's comfortable for Germany, though, because everything's in front of them. There's no runners from midfield going in behind the three centre-halves. And all of a sudden they give possession away. Boateng reads it, and Germany are off again.
Gomez. Sané wanted to play to him. He has it now. Leroy Sané. And Boateng, high degree of difficulty, but feeding it back. And somehow Slovakia keep that out.
It was a terrific opportunity. It was Slovakia's own fault for giving possession away. Thought Sané, once he got 1v1 with the goalkeeper, was going to score. The goalkeeper, Kovacic, done quite well to save it. This ball was overhit, and all of a sudden there's a mistake there, a slip, and Sané's in. a good save in the end.
Plenty of cause to jump up and down.
Love to see that though. Love to see kids watching football. It's brilliant.
I think it was smart scheduling by the DFB. Many within the German FA bemoaning the fact that so many youngsters simply don't get to see the national team as often as they should because of the kick-off times. It's often beyond their control.
Yeah, well, that's why I'm a big admirer about national sides taking their teams all around the place, all around Germany, and letting the kids watch the football because of the national stadium. I do get that. It's every sort of country needs it, but I do like the way England have travelled over the last couple of weeks. I think it's good. I think Germany as well, they're doing the right thing.
It's always been a decentralised country, this. Not just in football terms, on all levels. That's the right way to go. Sané. Up by Jurica. Off the head of Boateng, and here is Rüdiger. There's a tactical tweak here or there from Jogi Löw. 3 centre-backs, as Don told you earlier tonight. It's always been a success for Germany, playing with 3 at the back. We've seen them go to something approximating 4-4-2 as well. Broadly speaking, since the World Cup, you would call 4-2-3-1 the base formation for Germany.
I think it's the modern sort of trend, isn't it? There's very few sides of world football now play 4-4-2. I still think it's the best system when played right. I totally understand you're giving up a little bit of a space in the middle of the park.
Khedira, and the shot comes in from Draxler. In a blink of an eye, Sami Khedira provided Draxler with a bit of ammunition.
Ah, lovely little pass. And Draxler should score. That's not a hard skill, and it's not even a good finish. Gets right underneath the ball there. This is poor technique. He should score there. So one thing about Julian Draxler, he gets into some great positions. His goal tally could be higher.
Only ever scored once for Germany. It was against the United States a couple of years ago in Washington, D.C.
And what you must do there, if anything, what you don't do is get underneath the ball and blaze it over the bar. Worst case scenario, you hit it low and make the keeper work, but you're looking for a more fuller contact. Pace was on the ball from Khedira. It was a lovely pass.
And Schürrle doing a bit of warming up for Germany. Emre Can as well. Germany's first match at the Euros will be in Lille at the Stade Pierre-Mauroy against Ukraine. 12th of June for that game, 16th of June against Poland at the Stade de France, 21st of June against Northern Ireland at the Parc des Princes. It was left by Gomez, and that was cleverly done. Draxler on the move. Rudi wasn't quite there for Sané.
And Rudi was trying to pick the pass. I thought Draxler actually should have took the shot on. Once he got towards the 18-yard box, it opened up. He chose the right side, but he could have took the shot on if he wished. And Sané again was in the box.
Skrtel. Andrzej Duda. Now Kucka. Made the move from Genoa to Milan last summer.
Looks a player, doesn't he, Kucka? Very confident on the ball, very elegant as well, big and strong.
Something of a bargain for Milan, €4 million changing hands in that transfer. Weiss. Throw to Slovakia. Gomez with the penalty goal to make it 1-0 to Germany today.
They fully deserved the 1-0 lead. I think they've been excellent. I think at the back they've hardly been troubled. The 3 centre-halves are allowing the full-backs, Hector and Rudi, to bomb on. Sami Khedira is the holding midfield player, but even he's going forward as well, because they are in comfortable possession of the ball.
Magic. They're on the move here. Slovakia, but the tackle, how about that from Hudi? How important was that with Svento looking as though he might be through?
Yeah, Svento was just about to pull the trigger and they got in behind, and that's where Slovakia have been quite threatening. They've only done it twice when they play little balls in behind. It was a great tackle from Rudy, it really was, timed to perfection.
As clean as a whistle.
Had to be as well. But even though it's a friendly game, if that had been a foul, the referee might have given a red card.
There was that element of risk. Boateng out to Hudi. Need for the goalkeeper to grab it. Kozacic.
This is the tackle. Lovely skill. He's just about to pull the trigger. Clean tackle, as you said. The Boateng was beaten, and Rudy covered the ground really well.
Sebastian Hudi, for whom it will be a first major tournament. That's assuming he makes the cut. Decision day is Tuesday.
Well, that's what they're playing for, aren't they? Players on the pitch tonight.
Boateng. Wacky moment there.
That's the objective for the players playing tonight, to put on a show, to try and say to Yogi Love, I want to be in the squad.
It's a 27-man squad announced initially by Joachim Löw. The 17th of this month. It's at the French Embassy in Berlin. Not very tidy from Riediger. Free kick it is.
Yeah, it just got too tight. That's why you've just got to have the centre forward a yard in front of you. Once you get too tight and you get spun, you're always going to give the foul away.
Duda.
But there's no runners yet from Slovakia. That's what they need. Runs in behind. They've done it twice. It's paid dividends on both occasions.
One man who is missing for Slovakia, Tomáš Hubochan. They are confident he'll make the opening game against Wales at the Euros. Weiss. The turn there, just trying to keep his balance. Here's Leroy Sané. Getting on top of him was Durica.
As I said, Weiss there, he gets 1v1 and he's very predictable. Always wants to chop on his right side. You've got to get the fullback or the centre-half, whoever's coming out to mark, you're guessing. Because they know you're going on your right side. It's quite easy to defend against.
Sami Khedira. A lot of defending going on. Gomez right beside the byline. Maybe a touch too many from Mario Gomez.
Yeah, well, Martin Skirtle's going ballistic at Peter Petterick because he did think he switched off for a second. Look very confident, the Germans just stroking the ball around, lovely little over. And that's where Draxler should have pulled the trigger.
A lot to like about Mario Gomez at the moment. The season in Turkey with Beşiktaş has done him a power of good. Upped his confidence levels, and Germany, die Mannschaft, reaping the benefits of that.
Seems to have been around forever as well, doesn't he?
Yeah.
One of these guys, when you look at his age 30, you think he's one of those 33, 34s because he's played for so many years at the highest level.
Sané quite had the overdrive to get there.
That's the only thing in Sané's armoury that he hasn't got. He's not blisteringly quick, is he? He's more of a, if you think of a David Silva, when you get these guys in possession, very elegant player.
Svento. Slovakia ranked 32nd in the world. Certainly no one in Slovakia getting too carried away in terms of how well they might do at Euro 2016. It's a solid core of players. It's a little changed squad. You look at the last few years. Kutska is one who really has come on leaps and bounds. Did play at the 2010 World Cup for them. Started the victory against Italy.
That was better play from Slovakia. They must have kept the ball for about 10 or 15 passes. A real good play. Weiss is the outlet down the left-hand side. Look, he wants to run in behind. have just gone the other way. He's in a little bit of space because 21 Rudy is just playing slightly ahead of him.
Dusan Schwenter made only 7 appearances for Köln in the Bundesliga this past season. Scored once in the 1-1 draw away to Werder Bremen, round 16.
This is where the space is. When you've got 3 centre-halves, there's space down the channels if you can work it.
Weiss. Duda. Hamšík!
Oh,
What a goal by Marek Hamšík! Right out of the top drawer. You really cannot hit them much better than that. And delight for fans of Slovakia. That was special.
oh, what a strike. This is the best period of the play for Slovakia. They gets half a yard, Hamšík, and the timing he hits on that. Boateng's coming out to try and close him down with the power and the strike. The keeper's got absolutely no chance. What a goal that is. Lovely technique, lovely timing. Bang, top corner.
Jogi Löw searching for answers here. Not exactly what he had envisaged. But it's 1-1 and it's Hamšík. Man who scored 5 goals in the qualifying campaign. Star man at Napoli. The fans of Slovakia singing in the Augsburg rain.
They've played well over the last 5 or 10 minutes. It took them a long time to get a handle on the game because Germany started ever so well. But that was their best period of play, and what a strike that was from Hamšík. Absolutely top draw.
Majestic. Skrtel. Kutska running onto it. Jerome Boateng with the concession of a corner.
Yeah, it was just interesting when the cameras panned on Jogi Löw there. He was screaming for someone to close Hamšík down, but the strike was so good. I mean, how good's that for a strike? I mean, Boateng was coming out to try and put pressure on. The goalkeeper scrambling across to his left-hand side, but the power and the technique is world class.
He's always been very proud of putting on that shirt. Marek Hamšík. Left for Italy as a 17-year-old. It's away by Rüdiger. Duda. Well, Germany under pressure again, and it's Rudi, last line of defence, literally. Slovakia knocking on the door again.
Yeah, their confidence levels have gone up. You can see it, he twists the centre-half inside out. And all of a sudden, you're right, Rudy's the last man defence on the line, just about to scramble it away, but good play down the right-hand side.
Well, dark skies threatening here in more ways than one. It's a very fruitful spell for Slovakia. Here is Weiss, and the flashing header, it's another one! Goodness gracious me, Michal Turic to give Slovakia the lead. Leno beaten not once, but twice.
Dear me, I mean, you can't write the script, can you? Germany have bossed this game for probably 40 minutes of this game. I mean, that's a great corner, and that's what Weiss should be doing when he's out wide, putting crosses in like that. It's a great header from Turic. But Leno's got no chance, but the marking again, really, really poor, but it's a great header. Give Turic all the credit in the world for getting the power and the accuracy on that.
The man who said couldn't score at international level. Jogi Löw, something of a nightmare for Germany's national coach these last few minutes leading up to half-time.
Yeah, and it makes me laugh. You were talking earlier about him taking 2018 the World Cup. That seems a mile away at the minute. He's got work to do at half-time.
Boateng, measured pass to Rudi. Sané back to Sebastian Rudi.
That'll be a lesson to some of the younger players, though, because Germany have bossed this game. They've been excellent. Even though they're 2-1 down, they've been the better side by far. And when you get chances, Draxler had a chance, Sane had a chance, you've got to put teams away.
Skrtel started to advance the ball. This first half ebbing away.
I would imagine just stay in your positions now. If you're Slovakia, you know it's a minute before half-time. Just stay in your positions, don't leave any gaps.
Skrtel trying to find the gap. Hamšík doing the defending for Slovakia.
There's a little nudge from Hamšík on Götze, but I don't think it was enough for the referee to give a foul there.
Look at the sky, you do get the feeling that a full-blown storm is brewing. Germany trying to respond through Gomez, but falling on it is Kozacic.
I wonder if he's given a foul or an offside decision, because Mario Gomez is saying couldn't see a lot wrong with it. Well, there was just a lean on the centre half. Yeah, there might have been a little nudge.
A real jolt to the German system. So ready once again. The rain has let up a bit. Sky appears to be clearing. Around 25 minutes later than planned, the second half begins here at the VVK Arena. We can expect to see quite a bit of that. The ball being held up in the puddles. Well, this is going to be a second half with a difference, I think.
This will be the hard bit for the players, trying to adjust, because how can you try and adjust when it's a lottery, when you're trying to play a pass, when you're not sure what the conditions are going to be like.
Old enough to remember the 1974 World Cup in West Germany as it was, and watching a couple of the games in weather a bit like this when the heavens opened and the surface was similar to what we're seeing now.
But what you'll find is players, instead of playing it along the floor, will try and chip some passes, because we've got zero confidence in how the ball's rolling. I think even some of the Slovakian players are saying to the referee it's a little bit of a farce at the moment, even though we're only a minute or two in.
Hector looking for Götze, and it comes. The shot from Draxler. Corner. A few of the players smiling about what's going on.
It's going to be a difficult one to commentate on, because you can't criticise someone's technique if they're trying to play a pass and it gets caught in the turf. And I think both managers, especially Yogi Löw, should probably saying there, look, it's a little bit of a farce, but maybe see how it goes over the next 10 or 15 minutes.
Mario Götze to take this corner for Germany. And the header by Julian Weigl, who is out there, one of the substitutes for Germany. Julian Brandt on the pitch as well. There he is.
Yeah, Brandt will just come out and play on the left-hand side. He can do that role. But Weigl's the main one that'll just sit and protect his two centre-halves. Fantastic technician, never wastes a pass.
Götze. Should be the goalkeeper's ball. He has it. Kozacic. Ter Stegen, Weigl and Brandt on for Leno, Khedira and Gomez. The three changes made by Germany.
Yeah, he's just sitting there, Jerome Boateng just playing a chip little pass into Kimmich. Oh, it's just not rolling.
Juric. Passing is going to be a real challenge. Just how do you wait a pass in these conditions? Pekarik.
I think the only thing as a player you can get out of this game is just get your fitness. Just try and get 90 minutes or whatever. If you're playing the second half and it's 45, just try and get your fitness in, because you can't judge anyone if their passing goes astray.
It would be all very well to say go to a longer game, miss out the midfield area, but it's not really what either coach wants to be contemplating ahead of the Euros.
No, but it's even, you know, it's all over the pitch. You can't even play it back past your goalkeeper. You can't play it out wide. So, you know, it's one of them where you just got to suck it and see if you're a player. You just got to chip some passes. Look at Kimmich here. He's trying to run with the ball, which is never happening. And he has a little smile at the referee. It's all a little bit of a shambles, but you'll just get on with it. Just deal with it. Get your fitness out of it. Try and pick a pass and see if you're the Germans. You can see if you can get back into the game.
Talking of Joshua Kimmich, down he goes. Germany get on with it. Weigl. Intervening there was Kraszowski. He made that wonderful run towards the end of the first half, tying Germany at knots.
Tell you what you can do. You can play a ball down the channel because you know it's probably going to stick. It's not going to run out of play.
Here's Draxler. Playing it short to Kimmich.
Like that.
Excellent ball it was by Kimmich. Sané. A sliding intervention by Jurica. Goal kick.
But that's what you can do. Instead of trying to play fiddly little balls into feet, just chip one over the top because you know it's going to stick. Maybe should have been a corner, but good run from Sané. Just see here whether Jurica gets anything on it. No, good decision I think from the referee and the linesman.
There's going to be a lot of slipping and sliding, I think, in the second half. Almost 5 minutes into the half.
I think you just got to use your imagination as a player. Just try and do something a little bit off the cuff.
Offside against Michal Juric.
Certainly don't pick any risky passes. Don't even think about going back to your goalkeeper. Take the other option. As you said, Derek, instead of going back to the goalkeeper, just go back to front a little bit quicker. Bypass the midfield if you want.
Strange old day for Jogi Löw. Everything was going swimmingly. Good session of 2 quick goals, and then the weather set in. Now it's a different sort of challenge. Well, they're asking the question, why has it gone the way of Slovakia?
I thought that was a goal kick. I just thought Rudiger was too strong.
Rudiger against Juric. Kraszowski to take this. Swinging corner from Kraszowski. Oh, it's gone through Ter Stegen. Kucka for 3-1 Slovakia. What a horrible night this is for Germany.
This is not the pitch's fault. This is lack of concentration from Ter Stegen. It's nothing to do with the pitch. The marking's really poor. The goalkeeper should save that. That's a basic error. You can't even blame the pitch. Not much has happened to the ball there. Yes, it's a little bit wet, but certainly you've got to save that as a goalkeeper of his class as well. One of the best in the world to Stegen, but that is a real bad error. Can't even give him an out. I can't even give him the pitch. I can't even give him it's wet. He should save that, and he'll know it.
Marc-Andre Ter Stegen, who has never recorded a clean sheet for Die Mannschaft, beaten by Juraj Kucka. Shot that was directed at Ter Stegen, unable to keep it out. 3-1 Slovakia, and it's Weiss in the mood for more here, the visitors.
Yeah,
Boateng.
that's the ball you can play. That's the ball you can play. Just chip it in the channels, and all of a sudden it turns the 3 centre-halves of Germany around. You get on the front foot. But going back to the goal, Kucka's been excellent. For 45 minutes in the first half, he was brilliant and deserves his goal. He looks a real star.
Kucka up against Jonas Hector. Well, Ter Stegen, egg on his face. Andy Kupka there, the goalkeeping coach for the national team. imagine what he was saying under his breath.
Nah, there's not even out you can give to Stegen. Listen, if that it goes to one of the sides and he dives over it or does anything with it because of the conditions, you might give him an out, but that's a basic mistake. It's a basic save that he should make, and he would make 99 times out of 100.
Germany so lucky, we always say that, because of the overall quality of their keepers, and have the man many regard as the best in the world, and Manu Neuer as their first choice. Competition for the number 2 slot for the second goalkeeping position. Andreas Cook himself just said the other day they want there to be healthy competition between Bernd Leno and Marc-Andre ter Stegen. Neither man doing his prospects much good this evening.
I can't remember seeing a time throughout the years that a country have been blessed with so many good goalkeepers. Now watch a lot of the Bundesliga, we both do, and Germany have got some amazing goalkeepers.
Hector. Now Rudiger. It's up towards Draxler. And he's going to carry on and try to place one. Julian Draxler for Germany.
Yeah, he got in a lovely position, just rolled the centre half. Wasn't strong enough, was claiming a foul, but he spun him really well. Shot's a little bit pulled, good save from the goalkeeper to his right-hand side, good hand.
Spectacular fall by Hector. One of the bigger puddles out there.
I'm not so sure how they didn't get a corner kick out of that. Kozičić saved that with his right-hand side.
Strange one, Don.
Yeah.
Länderspiel der Mannschaft in diesem Stadion unter etwas unglücklichen, witterungsbedingten Bedingungen. Umso mehr freuen wir uns, dass Sie hier sind. Der Deutsche Fußballbund bedankt sich heute Abend bei 22.110 Zuschauern. Dankeschön.
Apologies there to the fans for the weather. Of course, DFB and the hosts here in Augsburg can do little about that. Crowd of just over 22,000. Święto with the throw for Slovakia. Wonder the extent to which Jan Kozak will want to go to his bench, because as we said, they had a match on Friday against Georgia. They won it 3-1, essentially the reserve team. Difficult to have players playing twice in 2 days for their country on the back of a very long season.
Yeah, it's difficult to know if you're Kozak what you want out of the game. Obviously you want a performance and you want to win, so do you sacrifice putting some, I wouldn't say reserve players in, but some younger players in there? You've got a 3-1 lead, but if Germany come back, then you might have a defeat on your card. So it's a hard one. I think they played really well, and I think certainly for the next 10 or 15 minutes he might just leave it as it is, because this will be a good scalp for Slovakia. This can beat the Germans.
Good set now. Hector steered away by Skrtel. Member of a German under-19 side that won the European Championship in 2014. Sané had gone beyond Draxler. Jurica. To no one in particular. Jerome Boateng. Last national team appearance prior to today was on the 13th of November.
Looks big, doesn't he, since he's come back from an injury? Boateng, I mean, he's probably been bulking up in the gym and he looks really big. Big and strong.
Commands from the back, Boateng. It's because of his injury. Joshua Kimmich got the chance to play in defence for Bayern Munich. Certainly grabbed that chance. Really whipping one in, it's away by Jurica. for Slovakia.
I think Rudy's done well tonight down the right side as a wing-back. I think he's operated really wide. He's went up and down as much as he could, provided some decent width and some decent crosses in. He hasn't adjusted to the second half just yet in the conditions, because he's still playing little balls into feet and it's not really rolling the ball, so just chip a few down the channel. Use your imagination a little bit more. Get what you can out of the second half.
At the moment, Germany staring in the face what would be a third defeat in 4. These are preparation matches, test matches, if you will. A serious business still to come, but they want to go into the Euros in the right frame of mind.
Yeah, it's a weird one, this one, because normally, under normal conditions, if you lose the game 3-1, it can damage your confidence. But I think everyone, including Yogi Love, will probably look at it and think there's nothing we could have done about the second half. So it's a game that you can just write off.
Vladimir Weiss to go on the jinking run. Down he went. Referee from Belgium, Serge Gumini, said play on. Skirtle.
Yeah, I think mentally for a player and a manager, this one doesn't really count because you got the excuse.
Hungary to come for Germany next weekend in Gelsenkirchen. Kutzka, Pekarik, Kutzka, but Rüdiger slides across. Juraj Kutzka, scorer of the third goal for Slovakia today.
He's been very good tonight. I mean, he's so strong and powerful. Good tackle. Rüdiger, his eyes must have lit up. So when you're sliding in like that, you know you're going to take the ball and the man.
Was calm play. Zurich across the face of goal, and Hamšík tried to finish it off. Germany scrambling again, and here's Pekarik. And the pot shot from Pekarik, but too much elevation.
Well, that's where I can give Hamšík an out, because I think he was just troubled by the cross coming in, as in he wasn't sure how the ball was going to roll, but certainly should have scored. It's a lovely cross in down the right-hand side, and he should score. Yes, he's stretching a little bit. Verstegen doesn't know too much about it. Hamšík should finish that, and that could have made it 4.
Zurich tried to set up the chance in the first place. Slovakia are going to make a change. And will come Miroslav Stoch. I remember him from his Chelsea days a few years ago. He's been playing at Bursaspor in Turkey on loan from Fenerbahce. And that's it for Ondrej Duda. So Miroslav Stoch is on. Usually gives them a bit of pace on the flank.
Yeah, he's quick. He'll do that. I mean, not sure how many balls he'll get at his feet tonight, but certainly he's an athletic type of guy. He's a character that can run as well. Probably what you need in these conditions.
Sané. There's Kimmich sliding it back to Sané. That was the idea. So Kimmich. This change of direction. It's Draxler. Just carried it over.
Yeah, that's why you can't have a go at Kimmich, because he's trying to pick the pass, and he's probably thinking, if I pass this into an area and it holds up in the grass and in the turf, Draxler will get to it. But all of a sudden there was no rain, it wasn't wet there, and it just went out for a goal kick.
It's very unpredictable, this playing surface. Stoch. Hector with the throw. Antonio Rüdiger. Jerome Boateng trying to shovel it forward to Kimmich, but Kutzka, who gets through so much work.
Yeah, you just see Boateng there when he tried to play that pass. Instead of just playing a 3 or 4 yard pass, he tried to use his imagination and just chip one, and it went wrong for him.
Stoch. That's going to stay in play. Right in front of Yogi Löw. Skirtle slipping as he played it forward. Ter Stegen has it. Slovakia, who had to wait until 2010 for the first appearance at a major tournament. After an awful start to that World Cup, they beat Italy, they made it through to the knockout stages, only to lose to the Netherlands. So Stegen, well, he is confident with the ball at his feet, but is it an evening for that? Stoch and Kutska, and the referee has the arm raised.
He shouldn't be offside there. To Sagan again, guilty of making the mistake. Should not be offside there, even though he's probably just gone, but the referee, the linesman probably looks at his top half of his body and he's just leaning. He's got all the space in the world to stay onside.
Germany preparing to make a couple of additional changes, at least one for now. Jerome Boateng stands off the armband. On has come Benedikt Hövedes. Great team player, Hövedes, of Schalke.
Yeah, probably Jogi Löw just deflecting slightly by making a few changes. As I was saying before, the mentality of Jogi Löw and these players, they'll think there's nothing much they can do second half. They'll give it a good go, of course they will, because they're top-class players.
Well, this could be interesting. It's Götze. He's appealing. He had Skrtel with him every step of the way.
I'll tell you what, my first thought this could have been a penalty from Martin Skrtel. Probably not. The contact was probably just after the strike from Götze.
Draxler tasked with taking the corner. Julian Draxler. Well, they've kept the shape for most of this game, Slovakia.
They're a big side as well. They look big and powerful from set plays.
Joshua Kimmich. Now Jonas Hector. There to grab it, Mateusz Kozacic. Plays for the Czech champions Victoria Pilsen. He's completed his 4th season there. 16th cap tonight for Kozacic.
Kimmich has just gone into a central midfield role. I think he's done that just from the off of the second half. I think Germany playing a flat back 4 now. Kimmich and Weigl in the middle of the park.
There's Joshua Kimmich, he's given it to Stoch. Rashowski. Turica from the back. Angle ball, he was hoping Pekarik might take a run at it.
Yeah, Hector, instead of playing as a wing-back, has come out to left-back, and Rudy's playing in a right-back position.
Benedikt Hövedes just extended his contract with Schalke until 2020. He'll be playing under a new coach in Markus Weinzierl, who was the coach here at Augsburg. Sané. Nobody able to snap onto it. Stock trying to clear. Bounces off Kimmich and into the clutches of Kozacic.
Yeah, it's not an afternoon or it's not an evening for the flair players to try and run with the ball at their feet or try to pick a cute little pass, because Sané had options there. He had Mario Götze who a nice little run for him. In the end, he tried to pick a pass sideways instead of taking the shot on.
Pekarik. Of Hector for the corner.
Yeah, I think out of the two centre half, the two teams in the second half, I think you can say Slovakia have adapted to the rules a little, the conditions, should I say, a little bit better than the Germans have.
Another change here, Stanislav Šestak to come on for Michal Djuric. So one front player for another. Šestak, the 33-year-old, will be his 65th cap. Helped Ferencváros win the Hungarian championship. And a good outing for Djuric.
Yeah, he done well. Didn't have much service, but he scored a nice little goal from the corner. With Weiss, he certainly worked hard enough. Šestak will have to do exactly the same in the second half.
It's taken by Stoch. Rashowski. Miroslav Stoch. Arek Hamšík. Now Juraj Kucka. Stoch.
He worked it really well. Julian Brandt just diving in on Stoch instead of staying on his feet. They look confident, don't they, Slovakia, the way they're playing and knocking the ball around.
Almost appears to be more comfortable in these conditions than Germany. And every touch being cheered by the fans from Slovakia.
I think the scoreline helps. I think when you're winning 3-1, you can take a few chances.
Bervedez, well aware of the presence of Šestak. Well, it's a message to fans of Wales and England in case one or two thought that Slovakia might be some sort of soft touch. Anything but.
Well, I think the message is, if it's thunder and lightning in the summer, Wales have got half a chance.
Šestak, and well, the German defenders have pushed up, but it's offside against Stanislav Šestak.
I'll say that obviously in jest because you look at the teams that are in the tournament and some world-class teams, and it's Spain, I think, you know, France and Germany will be my three favourites, and there's a bracket of 4 or 5 just behind that who have certainly got a chance.
On the other end, Götze. Hector. Corner it is. Off Pekarik.
He's a good player, Pekarik. I've seen him a number of times this season. Good athlete.
It's been the first choice for Slovakia for around a decade now. Later, Pekarik. Götze with the corner. Stoch. With that almost frantic style. Hector. Kimmich. To play for RB Leipzig. Have been promoted to the Bundesliga, to the top flight of the Bundesliga. Weiss. It gives that lower part of the right leg.
I think it gives a little message to the Northern Ireland players when they're watching this game tonight. Obviously they'll know the conditions are poor and it's hard to play in, but you know, they won't be scared of some of these German players. Yes, they've got superstars, yes, they've got some big players, but it's a game if you work hard in 90 minutes and you compete. And you saw just before half-time when conditions were absolutely fine that once Slovakia went behind, they didn't throw the towel in. Germany were bossing it for 40 minutes, and all of a sudden, just before half-time, they scored 2 goals, and now they're in full control of the game.
An independent nation since 1993. Slovakia, following the Velvet Divorce. Ungainly. There's Kimmich tending to Šestak.
These conditions are not suiting Leroy Sané. He's a number of times he's had the ball out on the right hand side and he's trying to run with it and he's trying to pick a pass because he's that type of player, but it's not suiting him.
Now, what do they have in store for Germany here?
Worth taking a shot on if you fancy it. Steger's made 1 error already.
Stoch is winding himself up for that direct attempt.
Yeah, if you're taking the shot on from 40 yards, you must hit the target.
Jan Kozak. Went to the Euros in 1980 with the old Czechoslovakia. To the 82 World Cup with them as well. There's something of a psychologist who knows how to get the best out of his players. Fiery temper occasionally manifests itself, but not this evening at Augsburg.
There's something about this side, this Slovakian side, when you watch them, you can imagine the team spirit's quite good because they're working extremely hard for each other. I mean, they've scored the goals at the right time, obviously, which gives you a lift as a player. And then once you get one in the second half from a bad mistake from ter Stegen, all of a sudden you're 3-1 up. Playing in Germany against a top-class side, it gives you confidence, but there's a work rate and a work ethic about this side that you can spot.
It's very much about the collective, very much about a tight defence. Also a couple of well above average individuals, and of course Hamsik, one of the star performers in Serie A with Napoli. Kutska has improved greatly recent times. Skirtle, English football fans know all about. What to like about them?
Absolutely. I think when you look back over the years, you think Greece raised the bar a few years ago, and you look at the Premier League this year, and Leicester have done exactly the same through work ethic.
Good with the shimmy. Trying to work his way through a thicket of legs. Here's Hamsik.
It just goes to show anyone's beatable. No, it's not the norm anymore that top teams turn up and just roll teams over. The margins have got a lot narrower over the years.
I'll tell you, it's one of the reasons, Don, why I personally am a big fan of this expanded European Championship. There's a Skirtle, and it could have gone anywhere. It's a corner. Looked as though it might be netbound.
I thought he was just about to bury that in the top corner. Just waiting for the net to bulge. It's a good header. Knows exactly what he's doing, but it wasn't a million miles away. Let's have a look at the goalkeeper's reaction.
Just peering over. Kostic. As the change is made here, off goes Joshua Kimmich, replaced by Andre Schürrle.
Player that's got great legs, Andre Schürrle.
And there by Sané, fielded by Kostic. So Andre Schürrle of Wolfsburg, man who set up the Mario Götze goal in the World Cup final in 2014.
Well, if they can try and work into Schürrle's, not so much his feet, because he's a good technician when the ball's at his feet, but he's more of a runner off the ball. As he goes there, he's just ran in behind. Not sure the conditions again might suit him, but he'll be the outlet for them.
Schürrle, terrific goal scorer for Die Mannschaft. 20 in 50. And even more impressive when you consider that he's only started 18 matches.
He's been on fire this season. Looks a completely different player than the player we saw in England.
It's one of the few bright spots in the second half of the campaign for Wolfsburg. Granted, they got to the Champions League quarter-finals, but miserable time of it in the Bundesliga. Serge Gumini having to attend to his laces. Rüdiger spooning it in, claimed by Kostic. Thomas Schneider is Jogi Löw's right-hand man these days. Thomas Schneider, the former coach of Stuttgart, who got relegated, one of the Traditionsmannschaften.
I'm not even sure as a number 2 what you can offer your number 1 there when the conditions are like this.
Draxler for Weigl. Joined Dortmund from 1860 Munich. Was their youngest ever captain. What a signing by Borussia Dortmund. Rüdiger. Brandt and trying to work with Schürrle. Back goes Rüdiger. Ter Stegen. Normally sure-footed.
He's confident. I mean, Manuel Neuer's completely raised the bar on the goalkeeper in front. He's way out the best in the world. He's completely changed that role. And then there's that sweeper keeper, and Ter Stegen's not far behind him. This is not too taxing on the legs of your Slovakia. If you're disciplined now and you stay in your positions, this is not too taxing. It's not too hard on the legs if you're willing to be disciplined and just stay in your positions and stay in your slots and just let the Germans go side to side.
Substitution time, this time for Slovakia. Off is going Patrik Hrošovský. Plays for Victoria Pilsen in the Czech Republic. Milan Skriniar is the replacement. 21-year-old, seen as one for the future on the books of Sampdoria. Made his debut on Friday against Georgia. Thought of as a centre-back, but he played at left-back in that game. It's a 4.5-year deal he signed with Sampdoria. back in January, previously with MSK Žilina.
He's got him there to play alongside Kucka. And that must be a dream role for him, because I think Kucka's been excellent tonight. He's covered a lot of ground.
As you can see, Skriniar higher up the pitch there, just in front of the defence. Well, no matter the circumstances, it would be quite the feather in the cap of Jan Kozak and these Slovakian players. Come here to Germany and beat the world champions.
Oh, they'll take it all day long. That's where the mentality side kicks in, because if you're Germany and you lock him love, you'll turn around and say, well, it doesn't really count because the conditions were poor in the second half. If you're Slovakia and their manager, you'll take the win all day long. That's a bit of a building block for them. Good confidence as well to go into the Euros.
Hamšík. It's controlled by Schürrle. Weigl was the player who went down as Germany trying to knit the passes together. Andre Schürrle, confident turn. Was able to take aim.
Good block from Martin Skrtel. Put his body on the line, took one in the face there.
Now Götze. Well, takes the ball. Goal kick it is. Much to Mario Götze's chagrin.
He's looking across at the lines, and we'll see if it should have been a corner. Gets on his feet. Now it's a goal kick. Unless he's asking for the foul. But he knows.
Juraj Kucka bids goodbye to this game, and he stamped his authority on it. Fabulous display by the Milan midfielder. Warm applause from the visiting supporters. On has come Viktor Pechovsky. Something of a late developed Skrtel away. Hector. Now Weigl. Draped all over him. On that occasion for Slovakia was Skriniar.
Yeah, they've lost their way slightly, Germany, in the second half, but credit Slovakia for pressing them.
Good, sir. Didn't quite land at the feet of Hector, and Skrtel. Back in play swiftly enough by Hector. Julian Brandt. Oh, did well. Götze!
Oh,
Didn't miss by very much, Mario Götze. That was better from Germany.
how unlucky was that? Lovely little play from Julian Brandt down the left side, and that's a terrific shot. He's going with the laces, trying to hit it hard and low. And it's just fading away from the far post from Mario Götze. It was a great effort.
Didn't get a lot of game time with Bayern last season. Had the injury to contend with as well, but it was only 21 appearances in 53 total matches. 14 starts. That's why there was so much talk about him leaving. They said he still might depart, although his stance is he wants to fight for his place. Listen to Karl-Heinz Rummenigge. The Bayern stance, I think, one of perhaps you would be better playing your football somewhere else if you want to play every week.
Yeah. That's a sign, obviously, from Rummenigge that he can move on. And I think he should, to be fair. I think he's done okay at Bayern. The injury was obviously a problem for him, but trying to get in that side is one difficult task. And gone somewhere in the Premier League like Liverpool, Jurgen Klopp will know him really well, obviously. He'd be a great addition to the Premier League.
Once Bayern committed to wide players, it's going to be hard for Götze. Here's Sané. That's elegant football from Leroy Sané. And Pekarik flings himself at it. Corner.
Yeah, I think the introduction of Kingsley Coman and Douglas Costa, I think these guys have more or less kept Götze at the side of him. His lovely skill from Leroy Sané, just can't sort his feet to try and get his shot away.
Götze with it. Too much on it for Weigl.
That's the way Bayern played it. They play with lots of width. Kingsley Coman on one side, Douglas Costa on the other, Ian Robben, Frank Ribery. So it's hard for the number 10s to try and get a starting berth. Mario Götze falls into that category.
Jogi Löw just seeking a bit of clarification as to how much time might be added on. Header from Rüdiger. Slovakia hoping to see this out. They'll be playing Northern Ireland next weekend. In preparation for their first match in Group B at the Euros against Wales. Game against Wales in Bordeaux on the 11th of June. Who's to say Slovakia can't get out of that group? Wales, Russia and England. Another change here, Jan Greguš. Next player to come on, and that's going to be all required from Hamšík. Well, it was a wondrous finish to get Slovakia on the score sheet towards the end of the first half.
Oh, it was some strike. I mean, it's the only thing he's done in the game. He's been really quiet. Second half, he hasn't really had a touch, but that's probably down to the conditions. First half, he was quite quiet, but when he picked that ball up in between the lines, he got half a yard. What a strike it was. You won't see many finer goals than that. I mean, unbelievable technique and power.
7th international appearance for Greguš, by the way. Another who plays in the top flight of Czech Republic football for Jablonec. Rüdiger to Hector. Now Brandt. Down goes Götze. Rüdiger vying for it. He's together with Šestak. Djurica. Those pretty astute defenders, aren't they? The men in the middle for Slovakia. Skrtel and Djurica.
Good partnership there. And obviously the two fullbacks as well. Pekarik down the right, Svento down the left side. They're really compact, the two centre-halves. They like a battle. They like these sort of balls, anything up in the air to the likes of Leroy Sané, and Mario Götze is not going to suit them.
Djurica plays his club football for Lokomotiv Moscow. Rüdiger gives Ter Stegen another touch. Benedikt Hövedes. Weigl. Götze. Now Hector. Don't show too much of it to Pekarik. It's fallen for Götze.
Oh,
And down he goes. Well, he got the penalty award in the first half, but the referee's not interested here.
oh, my first thought that was a penalty. I think he twisted the defender inside out. The defender thought he was going to the byline. He just chopped on his right, and I thought he got his ankles clipped. Be interested to see that one again.
Hector using Götze once more. It's away by Greguš. Stoch. Rudi was the initial player to cover. Pechowski.
He's done quite well. Stock, he offers that run and power.
Svento. Seemed to be of a mind to take on Rudi. And Leroy Sané running at Djurica. He's not to get dragged into wide positions too often. Djurica. Brandt. Putting it back to Schürrle. Gives it a lash. A slice from Schürrle, goal kick.
Yeah, it's worth taking the shot on it, the Andre Schürrle, it really is. I think he's done well as well. Julian Brandt, nice little flick, and you're trying to keep that hard and low with a bit of power. It's understandable. This is the penalty claim. Ah, it's a penalty all day long. He looks to the referee, Mario Götze. And the referee's had a decent evening, to be fair. But that was 100% a penalty. Got his shins clipped, lovely skill. It's the only thing the referee's missed.
Rüdiger is going to be penalised for that. He's leaning in So the substitute, Skriniar.
That might have been a crumb of comfort for Jogi Löw. 3-2 wouldn't have been the end of the world. Might have put a different complexion on the game.
It's always better to iron things out in a friendly before a major tournament.
Lovely skill for Mario Götze though, because the defender thought he was going to the byline because there was no room. And as soon as he chopped him, got clipped on the shin, and it should have been a penalty.
Chirinza's pass. Stoch has been busy since coming on as a substitute. Miroslav Stoch.
Very lively, isn't he? Good feet.
Now Skirtle. Followed by Pekaric. Šestak. And, well, he had that supporting run made by Greguš, the substitute. Lebanese trying to track that run.
Done really well defending, but they had an overload down the right-hand side. Nice little ball to the near post. Solid defending that.
Pekaric.
Again, they've got a 3v2.
Gone past the 90 minutes. Off the boot of Skirtle. Stoch coming into the move. And he has a go. Oh, Weiss wanted it played to him. High degree of difficulty there facing Miroslav Stoch.
Yeah, that was the pass he should have played, but it was worth taking it on. He knows the game's more or less done, Stoch, and he's played well in the second half since he's come on. So again, it's worth taking the shot on. In different circumstances, he might have played the ball out wide to Weiss.
Well, not a match the German fans will remember fondly. For Slovakia, my goodness. What a boost. Weigl. It's not going to unhinge the Slovakian defence.
Pekaric's too smart for that. He knew the runner was never going to make it, so he just let it go for a goal kick.
Minutes were indicated in terms of added time earlier on. Draxler. It's been quiet in the second half for Germany. And they come away with it again, Slovakia. Pechovski. Weigl called upon.
Just adapted to the conditions in the second half a little bit better. Played some cute little balls down the channel. Got some good runners in there as well, plenty of legs. But Germany have tried to be a little bit more cute picking their passes, and it hasn't worked. And a good exercise for both teams though. I think the Germans will learn a lot as well.
Just one of those nights for Germany. The likes of Mustafi and Can unused by Jogi Löw.
I think he just wants the game finished, doesn't he, Jogi Löw?
Slovakia. They have reached out and grabbed it. Victory for Slovakia on German soil. It's a damp squib of an evening for Die Mannschaft in more ways than one. Jogi Löw will look for improvements against Hungary in the final preparation match ahead of the Euros. Germany took the lead tonight. Mario Götze going down inside the box. Penalty converted by Mario Gomez. But then 3 goals for Slovakia without reply. Hamšík, spectacular strike. Juriš and Kucka. It is finished. Germany 1, Slovakia 3.
Diva.